Social workers empower and deliver interventions on 3 levels. The first level is meso. Meso is the intermediate scale involving neighborhoods, schools, and other small groups. Examples of meso level empowerment would be community organizing, management of social work, organizations, or focus on institutional or cultural change rather than individual clients. So the meso level empowerment sees that the society in general needs to be empowered in order to make a change, not just an individual person. Meso level ensures that needs and challenges of individuals are understood and addressed in relation with larger social issues. Macro is the second level, and its interventions are provided on a larger scale that affects entire communities and systems of care. Examples of macro empowerment would be advocating for large-scale social policy change, organizing statewide activist groups, lobbying to change healthcare laws, and it empowers clients by involving them in systematic change. So again, this is a little higher than a meso level because it goes on a larger scale and it takes change, it makes a change throughout the whole society by advocating and organizing statewide activist groups and getting people involved in those ways just to make a change, a bigger change and a bigger voice in society. And this is empowering clients because if you're working with a ton of people rather than just one, they're seeing like they have the same views and the same thoughts as everyone else with them, so they're empowered in that way, and they see that everyone wants the same change as them, so they will be empowered by that. The third level is micro, which is most common and directly with individuals or families. So just one-on-one with individuals where you work with them as a social worker side by side and help them personally through whatever they are going through. Micro level engages with individuals or families to solve problems. Examples of micro would be helping people find appropriate housing, healthcare, and social services. So micro is what everyone sees social workers as. They see them as like one-on-one, helping people find housing, helping people find healthcare, solving like family issues, keeping kids in safety if they are being abused at home or if they're from a bad home in general, just helping individuals or families become better. Interventions on micro level are health generating changes performed at the individual level. So this would be like therapy or counseling or anything like that to help the individual one-on-one. Micro level empowers individuals by getting to know them and their strengths and focus on those strengths rather than their weaknesses. So if you are constantly like making these individuals think about what they are doing wrong in life and like what they aren't good at, then they'll never be empowered to be better. But if you ask them what they're good at and focus on those things, they will have the courage and the hope to be a better person for themselves. There are contemporary issues that vulnerable populations face on the local, national, regional, and international platform. Studies find that people living in poverty are more likely to be in fair or poor health and have disabling conditions, mainly because they have no money and no resources to get the health care they need, to get the shelter they need, to get the food they need. So they're really struggling to care for themselves and their families. vulnerable populations include economically disadvantaged racial and ethnic minorities, the uninsured, low-income children, the elderly, the homeless, and those with chronic health conditions. Their health and healthcare problem intersect with social factors, including housing, poverty, and poor education. So that they're just, again, not getting the right resources they need. They're being discriminated because of their race, because they are elderly. They have no family to look up to and help with and lean on. They have a lot of children and not a good job, so they have low income, or they are just have terrible health conditions or disabled in some type of way and don't have anyone in their life to help them with. The needs of these populations are serious and often are life-threatening and require extensive and intensive medical and non-medical services. So it's important for social workers to go out and help every person, whether they show they need it or not. Just know everyone deserves that opportunity to have a better life, no matter what their circumstances are.